of May 29, a non-profit making organization, TAF Africa, on Wednesday, demanded appointment of persons with disabilities to be appointed as ministers and commissioners in federal and state cabinet by the president-elect and governors-elect. The founder of TAF Africa, Ambassador Epelle, made this demand during a press conference in Abuja. Epelle said the elected individuals have a duty to entrench disability inclusions in their governance by making their political appointment disability inclusive. He also stated that TAF Africa expressed their disappointment that despite the disability inclusion intervention at the national level, the transition committee of the president-elect has no representation of the communities of persons with disability. Jack also called on the president-elect, governors-elect, and all elected individuals across the 36 states of the federation to take the opportunity of the vast awareness and global intervention available to collaborate and commit to driving disability inclusion in their governance by appointing persons with disability to become political offices holders in their respective states.
Based just on their disability status, but on their capacity and competence to drive positive change in the political office irrespective of their disability status. It is not right for you to give an opportunity to an individual because on the basis of charity. Don't appoint anyone just because he has albinism, just because he's blind, just because he's sitting on a wheelchair, but based on the capacity they will bring to the table, and many of them have that capacity. It should be recalled that Section 29 of the Discrimination Against Persons with Disability Prohibition Act 2018 provides that all employment of labor in a public organization should be as much as possible have persons with disability constituting at least 5% of their employment. In other words, if we want to really apply this law, that means among all the ministers appointed, 5% of that number should be persons with disability. But we are being real. We are not saying that should take place right now. We can compromise and say at least give us one person. Give us one person. One person is less than 1%, but we will make do with that at the ministerial level. But at the commissioners level, by the governors, of course, you can appoint more than one person, but at least one person. We appreciate the effort of patriotic Nigerian organizations of persons with disability and civil society in intensifying awareness creation on disability inclusion in the electoral process and providing the needed assistance for persons with disability in Nigeria. The war against discrimination against persons with disability can only be won when institutions, government, and the people collectively collaborate, say no to nuances of discrimination, and active campaign for the rights of persons with disability, thereby building an equitable society for all. Well, this is where I will end. And I will say to you that everyone who is listening to me, not only those who are in this room, but those who will watch this broadcast, that the day you were born, you cried, the whole world rejoiced. We must live our lives that the day we die, you will rejoice and the whole world will cry. That's a life of contribution. Mr. President-elect, you would have contributed to building everlasting legacy.
The founder, however, appreciated the effort of patriotic Nigerians, organizations of persons with disabilities, and civil society organizations in intensifying awareness creation on disability inclusion in the electoral process and providing the needed assistance for persons with disability in Nigeria.